Don't play in the road. Okay. Oh! Oh! No! Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where I am back on the couch after South by Southwest, which, depending on when this airs, I think would have been last week. I just got back literally yesterday. For those of you who don't know, South by Southwest is a big conference, a big convention, where people talk about like new innovations in technology and entertainment, and like the world of online stuff, traditional media stuff is mixed in there. It's a very cool. It was my first time. I've known about it for years, but I've never actually gotten a chance to go. And it was my first time being there, and especially after a couple years of no conferences, it was really cool to attend. It's held in Austin, Texas, and I was there to speak alongside Tiltify, who you might remember is kind of one of our go-to partners when it comes to the St. Jude and any charity live streams that we're doing. We were there to speak about, using our platform, these channels, as a way of raising money for charities and raising awareness of good causes. And we were there alongside the CEO and president of St. Jude, the fundraising arm, Rick Shadyac, as well as another fellow Twitch streamer who has raised a lot of money for her causes as well. Little Simsy. Who, if you don't know, she plays The Sims, and she's adorable. She's so sweet, and does a lot of awesome charity work. So I was there talking about charity, but while I was there, I tried to carve off a day over the weekend to attend as many panels as I could to just, I don't get to attend these sorts of things, because usually my schedule's packed, but this was one where I had a little bit of flexibility, and so I went in a day early to go to as many panels as I did, and every other panel, literally every other panel, I gotta say, was either about NFTs, Web 3.0, or the metaverse, or some combination thereof. I think my favorite one that I went to was Web 3.0 animating using the blockchain for the metaverse. Or like, it was like basically every buzzword that you could shove into the title of a conference, like a panel, and it was in there, and it was wild. So yeah, that is how I tried to educate myself, not because I necessarily want to engage with any of this stuff or supporting it, but because this is a big wave that's happening right now, and I, as someone who is an educator, who is, in this space, wants to educate you guys, like, it behooves me to try my best to understand this, and wrap my head around all these moves that people are trying to push through in entertainment, in digital, in the ecosystem. So yeah, it was a wild ride. I think our panel about charitable giving was the only one that didn't mention NFTs. And so when it came to question time, and she's like, this was the first question was like, this was the best panel that I've seen. And I'm like, oh, this is the best panel that I've seen at South by Southwest. And I'm like, oh, wait, this is at South by South. I'm so sorry, guys. NFTs are a thing. The metaverse exists, and Web 3.0 offers you great opportunity. And the audience, like, because they knew, that's what every other panel was about. And here we are talking about, like, hey, use digital video for good. Not these weird, whatever, get rich quick, proof of ownership, whatever schemes. So
I have a question.
Yes, Matt.
Did you learn what the blockchain is? Does anyone know what the blockchain is?
Does anyone know what the blockchain is? So this is, I don't know if I should say.
No, so the answer
no,
is no.
This is what I should say. I think this is a really good illustration of the education that was being handed out during the panels, right? So I went to that one. That was Web 3.0 animating for the future using a blockchain or whatever it was. It was a panel of 6 people. It was put on by Fox. Fox, the actual like entertainment studio that was bought out by Disney last year. And, they produce huge shows, right? And so they were talking about animation and this new show that's coming out with Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon, who created Rick and Morty. I knew that that's what they were talking about, and I'm like, oh, that's really exciting. Big Rick and Morty fan, big Dan Harmon fan. And the first question was okay, panelist of Fox executives, people from the production studio, and then like the one guy who runs like an NFT website, like one of the first founders of like an NFT trading website. What is Web 3.0? And 5 of the 6 people basically were like, I don't know. And that was that was it. That was the answer. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm just watching these people who like greenlit whatever this, whatever things they're working on. And mind you, this was in a part of the town. They had bought out an entire building or rented out an entire building and called it the Blockchain Creative Labs. And here I am sitting there, and they're like, we don't know what this is. My favorite answer of that, though, was he's like, you know what? I'm not the best at explaining it, but I can tell you what it is in one word. Opportunity. No. It was amazing. Oh, and there was one guy on the panel who was like the dissenting opinion, where he's like, I don't care about it. Like he's like, this means nothing to me. Like he was the creative guy. Like it wasn't Dan, it was just some other creative guy that they've worked with on other, like a producer on other shows. Yeah. And he was like so over. Like it was very clear that he was just brought on to be like, not the dissenting voice, but like the creative voice. Yeah. And he's just like, I got like this is dumb. Like this is dumb. And okay. So the interesting thing about, and I know we want to play Lily as well, so this is a whole nother topic for another day, but basically what I gathered out of all of this is that Web 3.0 is a push towards proof of ownership. So whereas Web 1 was content, and Web 2 was creating content for like a bunch of platforms or whatever. Like that's how they described it. I don't think that's necessarily what it was. Like it was, Web 1 was like blogs and written content. Web 2 was video and, democratization of like anyone can produce whatever. It's in everyone's hands. Like we all create. Web 3 is, hey, well there's a lot of piracy going on. And how do you prove that someone created the thing that they said they did? Blockchain. And so the idea is, by pressing the mint button when you create something, it has a proof of ownership over that timestamp. And you can say like, hey, that piece of fan art, that TV show, whatever, I created it. Look at the blockchain. Here it is. I minted it and it's a proof of concept and it exists in this like massive, decentralized network of servers. Confusing. My question is, the problem that no one acknowledges is that, first off, it requires everyone to be using the same server. Like, basically, there's no guarantee that these things are going to be around, right? Like, they're like, oh, even the guy who created the NFT website, who's like, oh, there's going to be 1 trillion NFTs in the next 2 years or whatever. He's like, well, it's all about proving provenance. Like if you own an artwork, right? You like an original Picasso, you have that provenance, and there's like a certificate that goes with it. It's like this is an actual original Picasso. So they're trying to do that for digital stuff, where everything can be copy and pasted 100 times, millions of times. So if you have the original Picasso, or if you have the original Cyber Ape, or whatever, there might be value. Someone might see that there's value there, and so the blockchain gives you that provenance. The problem, though, is that it requires everyone to use the same blockchain server. And right now, there's like so many of them. And even the guy who did the NFT site, he's like, there's like 10 right now that are actually viable, but who knows? And so it requires everyone to kind of like say like, oh, we're all going to agree to use this service. So that's problem 1. 2, it requires that thing to continue existing. 3, we all know like the environmental and like how much computing processing power this requires. Especially like if you're just minting Bitcoin, that's one thing, which is like minted at a slow rate. But when you have like, I'm minting 1 million of this like Cyber Ape, whatever, it's crazy. And then, and then also like, is this something that you actually need, right? So like one of the big things, and we'll get to Lily's well, I know, but one of the big things that came out of this was they're like, so the new show that Dan Harmon's producing is called Crapopolis. It's about it's like a family comedy like The Simpsons, but set in ancient Greek. It sounds like a cool idea, but the concept is that the whole thing is powered by the blockchain, and so if you're a fan of the show, you can buy an original copy of a character model. You can buy a frame, like you would buy like an old animation cell from Disney. You can buy a whole episode, and it's minted off the blockchain, so that way then you have one of those limited number of copies of that thing, right? And I'm like, yeah, but again, like why? And so when he's like, and then you can buy an original copy of the episode, and I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm the, and he's like, now you're the owner of that episode. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't license that out. What that means is that I just bought like the equivalent of a VHS tape or like a DVD of that episode that I guess I can then sell to you, Matt. But again, like there needs to be a centralized marketplace for that. Yeah. So in theory, it's like, oh, you own the episode and you can resell that, I guess is the value. But it's like, if that's the value, what's the marketplace that selling is happening over?
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
And then also, again, it requires that blockchain to continue existing for that provenance to exist. Once that blockchain, if that blockchain goes away, and they're like, yeah, this isn't profitable, or this isn't interesting, or hey, people hate this technology, it's stupid, then all that evidence goes away and your investment's lost.
It's interesting, like, the cyclical nature of, like, the internet, where it's like, streaming was created so that people didn't need to own things.
Yep.
And now people are like, but I don't own anything.
So here's the last thing that I'll say about this. And again, like, there were a lot of panels. I learned a lot. And I'm still processing it. Like I said, I just got back, and so I need to deal with this. This is just initial ideas. I can't quite connect all the dots yet, but to me it feels like traditional entertainment, especially the panels that I saw, feels like traditional entertainment trying to reclaim ownership over the space. It like, and I see kind of the pathway it's going to, and I can't quite, like, you know, it's not like a smooth arc yet, but I think that that's where they're headed. They see this as a chance for them to, like, Web 2.0, where us creators and YouTube were like producing whatever and not beholden to anyone, and we can do whatever we want. You know, that made them nervous, and it's obviously hurt them really badly because traditional media is really falling down on this stuff. They've been really hurt, and YouTube and Google and TikTok and stuff has risen to replace them. And so now they're like, oh, well, but ownership, like, how can you prove that there's, and even during the panel, they're like, well, in Gen 2, Web 2.0, you know, the creators are slaves to YouTube. And, you know, like, say what you will, like, I'm here voluntarily, I could go to a different platform, whatever. And yes, we are beholden to an algorithm, but to say that, like, in Web 3.0 with the blockchain, now you partner with Fox, and now you're free. Yeah? You think so? You think so? You think? And they said that, like, they're like, with this blockchain technology and this, you know, creative initiative that we're doing, we're hoping to discover the next generation of, you know, creator Simpsons, creator of King of the Hill, creator of whatever, you know, like these big animations, and now they're part of the Fox family. And I'm like, yeah, that's because they're withholding access to the blockchain. Like, that's what it ultimately amounted to. Like, in my mind, it's like, here's this technology, the blockchain, proof of ownership, right, that everyone needs to use, but we as Fox are the arbiters of who actually gets to press that mint button, right? And so by partnering with us and being a part of the Fox family, now it's like you're just trying to reinsert yourself into this process that is not dependent on you anymore. And I think that's what, like you said, how it's all cyclical and it's all this sort of thing. So that's my dystopian vision of, like, kind of why this is being pushed so hard, and what the end goal of it all is. Like I said, do I know that for sure? No, but, like, my gut feeling, having been in this space for as long as I have, and starting to, like, piece together the little, because I even talked to, like, Michael, who is the CEO of Tiltify. He founded this. It's one of the most cool, innovative, like, interesting, useful tools for charitable giving. He's a tech guy. He comes from this world. I was talking to him about this, and I'm like, so what does Web 3.0 mean to you? And he's like, I don't know. And the fact that a tech engineer guy who has been working in this, like I touch it, right? Like, we are aware of it, but I'm not, like, a programmer. That is not what I'm doing. He, like, has his bread and butter working with engineers, being an engineer himself, like, in the code, figuring out all this stuff. And the fact that he can't articulate, I'm like, that's not good. It's truly obfuscated in order for people to not really know what they're doing until it's too late. And then it's like, oh no, look what we've done, but the train has left the station, right? So that was and then the metaverse. And that's the thing. Do people want that? Maybe that's a conversation for the next time we do one of these.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you want to exist in the metaverse?
Metaverse workplaces are fascinating to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so interested by the idea of a metaverse workplace.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Would you want to do it?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. But we'll talk about this in the future.
Okay.
We'll do this in the next GT Not Live or one of the upcoming ones. Because, again, South by Southwest was great because there's a lot of really interesting ideas. And the last thing about that whole NFT blockchain stuff, like, my fear is that because entertainment is such a powerful force and so well connected and dictate the media that people consume and see on a day-to-day basis, it will be pushed through. Like, I think that's the biggest fear I have, is like, it's something that no one wants. It's something that ultimately I think infringes upon the creative abilities of people like us, right? And the cool, anyone can create whatever and potentially see success through it. My fear is that the implementation of some of this stuff will stymie that creative life and go back to the old studio system that was so gatekeepy in the first place. Say what you will about YouTube algorithms and TikTok algorithms and there's no perfect system, but, it's a lot, I'd say, trying to figure out how an algorithm works is a lot better, and how to work within the boundaries that are set there is a lot better than, like, having to go move to LA, befriend, like, the friend of a friend of a friend and work your way through the social interaction so you meet the producer of, X series on TV, at which point then you, like, do a couple favors and you're there. Like, that's weird to me. I don't like that system. Like, at least this is a bit more of a meritocracy. Anyway, long story short, Lily's Well is a thing that exists.
That was fun. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, no, that was right. It's a lot. It's a lot to wrap your head, and it matters, right? Because it's stuff that's in the real world happening right now that no one knows, and no one really understands.
Yeah.
And when people don't understand things, that's when you get worried. Like, when people can't articulate for you what they're doing or why, either they're lying and hiding it from you, or you better figure it out, because there's going to be unintended consequences. Lily's Well is a game that exists that we are playing. I don't know. What's this?
Well, first, can you throw it in full screen?
Yes.
Try F11?
No.
Try config.
Config.
There it is.
Boom. Okay. So, tell me about Lily's Well, Matt. Where'd this one come from?
This is from our good friend Tom.
Tom!
We haven't really talked much of Tom on this channel.
No, we haven't talked much about Tom. Tom was on the Game Theory live stream where we talked about FNAF. He is our creative producer for Game Theory, so he supervises a lot of the scripts that go through. He double checks a lot of facts. He and I work really closely together on basically all the ins and outs of Game Theory at this point. He's been a longtime writer for us. He's a great guy. He's in the UK. And this summer, actually, I'm going to be in the UK for about 2 months to hang out with Tom and also just, like, immerse myself in London, which will be cool. But he recommended this one?
Yeah, so Tom said, hey, Matt and Matt.
Yeah.
I read the email. You probably didn't. You were busy.
I was working on the blockchain. Working on the blockchain. Yeah. So anyway.
And he said this is a game that has a lot of lore implications.
lore implications.
It's one of those more than meets the eye. Things that we love so much.
Great. Awesome. So he predicts that there's probably theory fodder in here.
Definitely.
Okay. Great. Awesome. So let's hop into Lily's Well. I mean, it's old school pixel art, which I appreciate. So let's start Lily's Well. It is a cold and rainy day in the Tabachi household. You are Lily, anime girl extraordinaire. Lily is a young, innocent anime girl, 9 years of age. You live in a modest home with your papa. On this cold and rainy day, you are knitting on the couch while Papa packs his things. Tonight, he needs to go to work in order to teach a night class. As Lily is a good girl, Papa trusts you to stay safe while he's gone. Great. Before he leaves, Papa makes hot dogs and the boxed mac and cheese. Oh, dinner of champions. He helps you pour the cheese sauce on your hot dog in order to make it taste... No, get out of here. Separate, man. Hot dog is ketchup and mustard. Maybe relish, maybe some onion, maybe like a Chicago dog. Cheese sauce on your hot dog. It's like pineapple on a pizza. You enjoy your meal together, ignorant of future events. Papa puts you in bed with the sound of rain lulling you to sleep. Help someone. Help. You awaken to the sound of a voice. Lily. The voice seems to come from outside. You look out your bedside window. Nobody. There's nobody among the rain and darkness. Was it a dream? You open your window a crack to listen closer. Please. It hurts. Help. The well. Someone's in the well. The rope normally hanging from it's vanished. You are a good girl, so you get out of bed to go help. Read instructions. Yes. Controls. Use the arrow keys. Lily can move by clicking. Objects can be interacted with Z or space. Clicking. Autosaves. Okay, great. Nope. Great. Yep. Okay. Using items. Certain objects and structures require the usage of other items. Yep. Use an item, open up the menu. X key on the menu screen. Select the stuff. By selecting an item and using it on Lily, she will use it. Lily must be right in front of the item's target to use it. Some items in multiple places, so don't be afraid to get creative. 4 different types of items. Stuff, ropes, keys, files. Stuff makes up normal items that can be used to interact with objects. Okay. These often have more than one use, so play around with them. Ropes are the main goal to work toward. These items are what Lily needs to climb down the well. The more obtained, the further down she can get. It's important to note that not all ropes are good materials. Once a rope is collected, it cannot be put back until Lily climbs down the well. Keys are keys. They open up doors. Okay. Finally, files are notes, letters, books. They're anything that can be read. Okay. A file read during a playthrough can be reread on the file. Okay. And the well. After collecting at least one piece of rope, Lily can climb down into the well. Material quality and length affects the overall results of the descent. Bad materials will cause the rope to break. Once Lily goes down the well, there's no going back. Okay. Okay. Ooh. All right. So I'm assuming the well is very deep, right? So we need as much as possible. Wow, I am a good girl. Look at me. I got so many trophies. I rock. Although I do see 2 silver trophies in there, so I don't know. It's a couple second place finishes. Sniffle the bear. Sniffles. Sniffles was a gift from Auntie Maifuyu on your first birthday. It's kind of stinky, but a good stinky. Attic stinky. Attic stinky. Check status. You currently have no pieces of rope material. Oh, okay. Take. Well, Sniffles would be brave and faithful on this quest. The rain isn't good for him. Okay. Please say. It's your bed. Your bed sheets are all messed up from your sudden awakening. Take. You remember a movie that Papa brought back the weekend where prisoners use sheets to escape from prison. Take the sheets as rope. Yeah. Lamp. This is what's keeping your room bright right now. Lamp. Lamp may be a good light source while you're outside. The problem is that it needs to be plugged in. And you don't want it to be more than dead weight. Okay. Your knitting basket gives you comfort despite what the stormy weather says. Okay. You only have 1 large ball of yarn left. Take. With how big the yarn ball is, it probably could be unraveled into a long rope. No, I don't want it as a rope because that's a bad material. That's not going to be strong enough to hold me. Ooh. You are already wearing this costume. Locked. Okay, so I can change my outfit. Okay, good to know. Is this a door? It is. Okay, but before we go there, let's check out over here. Shower is still wet from your earlier bath. Bath has many water-safe dowels. Take the bath. Even if you stood on the edge of the tub, you wouldn't be able to reach the curtain's hooks. Trying too hard at this would probably result in you cracking your head open on the side of the tub. You have no concept of what an ER is, so you'd be out of luck if that happened. Okay. But the curtain, shower curtain, seems to be a material. Trash can's empty. Well, you can take the plastic bag out of the trash can. You can't really think of a good reason to. Maybe you came across a sea turtle that needs to suffocate. Oh, no. Yikes. Bathroom sink. Preventer of disease spread and assistant to teeth cleaning. Sink is clean with a mirror hanging right above it. Take the sink. If you manage to take this, it'd be impressive. Behold the toilet. The bowl has always been a hard-working part of the household. Even after that time, you made potions in it, causing laundry soap bubbles to completely fill the bathroom. It also never clogged, even when you put one end of a yarn ball down it and watch the entire ball disappear in the water. Truly the most sacred appliance to be created. Is there a yarn ball around here? Private potty can't be taken. Look inside the toilet. Yes. Well, you just wasted your time looking inside the toilet bowl. Gross, even though the commode is kept very clean. Okay. Fresh roll of toilet paper. This toilet paper is single ply. Ooh, rough. Worst type of toilet paper. That is accurate. Single ply is the worst. Used as a rope if it was twisted enough. No, we don't want it as a rope. Too weak. This drawer has some of Papa's clothes. Okay, so we can open the drawers. Filled with socks and belts. Socks and belts. The belts might be a good rope. Belts are pretty good. I'm kind of inclined to take the belts.
Belts are pretty
right?
sturdy.
I think belts are good. You took Papa's belts. Drawer has some of Papa's clothes. Filled with tighty whities. Take a tighty whitey. Do not take Papa's underwear. Do not. There's a safe with a keypad. Space for 6 numbers. No. 6 numbers, so we're looking for numbers. Okay. Table. Papa's bed. Always remain tidy for as long as you can remember. You aren't sure if you've seen Papa sleep in it. It seems the sheets are attached to the mattress. Maybe they were never actual sheets, and the bare mattress just looks like this. Okay. That's interesting. So maybe we need, like, scissors to cut them open? I was also wondering that with the bear as well. Here, so now that we know we can open the drawers, let's check these bottom drawers down here. Okay, we can't do anything with those. Good to know. Okay. Call a phone number. Not yet. We don't know anything. It's the Trusted Family Television. Collection of VHS tapes can be found on the cabinets under the TV. Some noticeable ones include Rosa J's Guide to Sunman and Clip Clop and Friends Collection 1. Take the TV. Now is not the time to watch movies, okay? This is back to bathroom. Cool. What's this? It's a book. It's a book on local plant life. Yeah. Greetings and thank you for picking up my guide for the special flora located in Bethany's Mirror, Vermont. I'm Magus Bergamot, a resident of the Bethany's Mirror area. Since childhood, I've spent my years studying the various unique plants that only grow in this pocket of the world. Many of the plants take on unique and unexpected roles in their ecosystems, as well as provide plenty of uses for local foragers. Like with any plant or fungal life, it's important to properly identify anything for foraging. Okay, so this is going to be important because we're going to use vines, I would guess, or something as a rope. Failure can lead to extreme injury or death. It's additionally important not to violate anyone's personal territory. An angry resident of Bethany's Mirror is far worse than a moose. Let's take a look at the most common specimens you'll find. I'm assuming vines. Let's talk about vines. Vined plants of Bethany's Mirror can be some of the most dangerous. Okay. When looking for forage materials, most dangerous vine to stay away from is the overcast vamp vine. Okay, so this is what we don't want. It's bright purple suction cup leaves that only open rainy or overcast nights. Touching these will cause the vine to grab its new prey and attach many suction cups as possible to the victim's skin. It'll then use suction cups to rip the victim's skin open and suck out all their blood. Oh my gosh. Keep reading this section. Another vine that can be dangerous. Oh, another one is the womb ripper. Oh. Despite its name, it doesn't actually rip out wombs. Oh, thank goodness. But it's dangerous. Or its danger can't be underestimated. It's only dangerous for those who eat the bright red berries off its vine. Touching or squashing the berries appear to be harmless. After being consumed, the berries will latch onto the inner linings of its new host's stomach. Like a tapeworm, the seeds inside the berries will steal nutrients from the host. Sensing the sun outside of the body, the new plants will violently burst out of the host's organs. Oh, this poor girl. This poor girl's gonna die so many horrific deaths. I'm so sorry, Lily. I'm so sorry about you and your well. You're going to die so many times. Okay. The body will be used by the womb ripper as extra food. Luckily, it becomes very brittle shortly after separating from its root. This makes it easy to incinerate. Okay, so the womb ripper has red berries. You can touch the berries, don't eat the berries, and don't use it as a rope because it becomes brittle once it's uprooted, but it can be used for fire. The purple one, do not use. Don't touch. One vine that's both dangerous and useful. Orderly's punishment. Often found in shady areas along tall trees, Orderly's punishment can be easily identified by the blue thorns. Take extra care not to get pricked by the thorns, as they will inject an intense hallucinogen that will last around 12 hours. They will additionally cause an intense itchy sensation on the inner organs. By removing the thorns, though, this vine can be used as a very helpful building material. Okay. It's capable of holding an average of 460 pounds of weight, even after being dried out. Okay. There's more. Joint flower vicarus, flower vine, yellow flower, swiftly in the rain, thrives in wooded areas. By licking the pollen, humanoid joints will begin to repair themselves. It is, however, very important not to take the vine itself or pick the flowers. After being removed from where it's originally planted, its roots will start to quickly grow microfractures, causing it to be easily destroyed. Okay, that's enough. We're good. There's trees and other stuff, but I feel like we've learned enough from reading one day. There are doors. Padlocks. Huh. There's padlocks in the pantry. Okay, so we need something to break the padlocks, it seems like. Fridge. Your drawings cover the fridge. Isn't much in the fridge. Grocery delivery hasn't come yet this week. Okay, there's a key. See a key right here. Okay, wait, hold up. Keyboard, it's where Papa holds the keys. Is a note. Can't really read the note from down here. Okay, so we need a note and we need a key. You're too short to reach. Oh, I did not mean to push it that direction. I want to push it the other direction. I did not think, I thought I would have to take this, but I did not have to. Okay. Yes? Oh, weird. Okay. Shed key. What about this? This is the key to the shed. Yes, we should take it. House key and attic key. And what's this say? Letter addressed to Papa. Dear Tony, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to you from Mother's home, as she required extra help regarding the pig farm. She is personally doing well and has asked you about you and Lily. Mother is especially curious about your progress on your research project. When Mother heard that you were pursuing her specialty, she was delighted to see how you would do. Please write to her and possibly send samples. I only expect to stay on the farm for the next year or so before returning to Maine. With your permission, I'd like to visit your home on the way. Thank you for your time, Vic. We're an experiment, right? We're in the middle of an experiment. Is this what it is? It's the stove. It also has an oven. Papa always told you never to use the stove by yourself. He also made you watch a VHS tape about how fires start and how they can destroy entire homes. Take the stove. You try to pull the stove with all your strength, but it seems like a 9-year-old child cannot lift a gas stove that was manufactured in 1975. Cool, okay. Couch sits with nobody on it. There's where Papa usually sits. Okay. Can I use the coat hanger to reach some things that are high up? Like the curtains? No. Okay. Hello. Okay, so now we're outside. Let's see what we got. Ooh, tire swing. Moths and other bugs love lamps. True fact that we test at home. There are no moths because of the rain. Tire swing I feel like is going to be rope because it's literal rope. There's a small puddle inside the swing from the rain. Remember that mosquitoes can lay their eggs in stagnant water, so you don't want to touch it. As useful as the actual rope might be, it's tied tightly with a bowline knot. Your small hands have no hope of untying it. Yeah, so we need something strong. Okay. What did we learn? Yellow, you lick and you get healed. Blue, is this blue? What do you think those are?
Yeah, I think that's blue.
There's a vine here. The vine is covered in sharp blue thorns. So once you remove the thorns, you're good. There's a chokehold on the tree. So we need a way to remove those. Okay. These are the red ones. The vine is covered in large red berries. You've seen birds in the area eating them. So this one, you can take the berries, but you don't want to eat the berries. Big rock. They're a common thing to find outdoors. Take the rock. It's probably going to be heavy. Take the rock. I'll come back for the rock. Let's keep exploring before we pick up the rock. Yeah, let's just keep checking out around the house before we get too far from the house. This is the source of the voice. All that can be heard now is the echoes of raindrops. If you wish to save the person trapped in the well, you'll need to construct a rope. Okay. Working on it. There's another rock. And there's a rock. Oh, okay. There's a cave entrance down the stream. The rain is causing the stream to move fast, making it too dangerous to investigate. The stream flows quickly. Well, the water only goes up to your knees. It could easily drag you under. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think I know the deal here. And here's the shed, and there's some here. Before we get too far, actually, seeing the rock out there, I just want to do this. Take. Probably going to be heavy. Yes. You took the rock. The weight of the rock slows your movement. Oh my gosh, it slows us down so much. Okay. I want to use the rock here. Here, let's... What was it? What was it? It was X. Stuff. Stuff. Rock. Use. Yes. You put the rock in the water. It might help make a path across. It's the rock. Yes. I don't know where the rock went. I'm assuming. Did it not? I'm still slow. Why am I still slow? Can I use it here? Stuff. Weird. Stuff. So my rock is gone, but it didn't seem to appear. Oh, okay, now I'm gone. So now I'm fast again. So we're gonna need a bunch of rocks to make a path to that cave. I'm very fixated on this cave now. I saw a rock, I saw another rock, I'm like, oh, we need this. Okay, yes. Take the rock. Yes, take that rock. Here we go. I like that we're completely ignoring the rope at this point just because I'm fascinated by whatever's hidden in this cave now. I've lost all focus on whoever's buried in the well. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll find like a secret infinite rope in this cave. You never know, right, Matt?
Totally.
I think you're skeptical.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
What if it's like the Descent type thing where there's like monsters in the cave?
Well, then we'll have learned. We have stuff. Rock. Rock. Use a rock. Yes. If you put the rock in the water, it might help make a path across. Yes. Carefully place the rock. Stream flows quickly. Look. Well, the water only goes up, it could easily drag you under. Can I take? There's nothing to take from the water. Okay. But now we have... Can I go to the cave now? There's a cave. The rain is causing the stream to move fast. Too fast to investigate. Okay, so I need more rocks, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Well, now I just really want to find the last rock. Like, we gotta finish this.
Yeah, I'm all in for...
Right, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's 3 rocks, because everything in life is rule of 3s. Ooh, hello. That's suspicious. Yeah, rock, there it is. Pretty big rock. Take that rock. Take that rock. Wait till rock slows my movement. So, here I am, just doing a slow walk back, ignoring the main quest line and just figuring out how to get into this game.
They shouldn't have put a cave there if they wanted you to save the person in the well.
Right? Why would they tease me like that?
Exactly.
They're like, oh, there's someone that needs help in a well, or...
Mysterious cave.
Mysterious cave. That is actually much more interesting. I fault them, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna X stuff, rock, use. Yep, that's what I'm going for. You carefully place the rock in the water. Do I have enough now? Do I have enough? Yeah!
Nice.
Sweet. A net protects a group of small underwater plants. Oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Okay, a net. The net is made of thick fishing wire. Ooh, hello, mysterious cave. There's a worn birthday card. The front of the card has a picture of a black rabbit holding a flower. It reads, "Happy 1 year of being here." On the inside is a picture of even more black rabbits holding flowers. It reads, "Happy first birthday, Lily, July 20th, 1985. You've grown so much in just a year. Never forget that you are surrounded by people who love you. With love, Auntie Mifiu." Is that my birthday? Black rabbit, a bunch of black rabbits. So, is this my... Lily, do you have any feelings? Is that your birthday? Is that the accurate birthday? There's a knife with a strange blade. It has a wavy blade and an oily liquid on it. I'll take it. This doesn't belong to you. Yeah. Sure.
You can probably use it to cut the net.
That's what I was wondering. Although they do say the net is protected by thick fishing wire. It's wire. And it's held down by the stakes, right? So I think we need something to lift up the stakes.
There's also the tire swing that we can now cut down.
Right. Well, there's also scissors.
Where's the scissors?
Up here.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a memorial for someone in a language you don't understand. Yep, I don't know enough Japanese to know that. On top of the stone is a strangely shaped hole. It's narrow. Seems to go down a little over 5 inches. Okay. It's narrow and seems to go 5 inches. I'm going to try this. A weird knife. The knife might fit into the memorial's hole. Let's try it. You slowly stab the knife with a crazy sound effect. It's a perfect fit, but you lost the knife. Oh, but now we can... The stone case is filled with a black liquid and long tangled hair. It's impossible to tell where the hair begins or ends inside. You don't know if the hair is moving on its own or if it's a trick of the rain. Black liquid and long tangled hair. I don't want to touch it because I feel like it might like suck me in.
Come on.
Yeah? Small magenta flowers are growing here. They're asters. Greek word for a star. Yeah, Matt? You want me to touch the mysterious purple liquid?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it. Trimming vines. Okay. So here's the scissors. I'm going to take these. Children, large scissors don't mix. Take the shears. Yes. What are these guys? Sprouts are peeking out of the soil. Thanks to the rain, these should be growing into beautiful flowers one day. Okay. All right, we'll touch it. You put your hand in the hair and pull at it. It seems to be attached to something. Seems to be attached to something. Here. Shed. So, okay, there's 15. Oh, there's 15 ropes, so we need 15 to get down to the bottom? Oh, man. Okay.
You can probably cut the hair.
That's what I was thinking. You might be able to cut this hair for a rope. Cut and take the oily hair. I worry a little bit about adding hair as a rope. I'm more curious what's underneath the hair. It's oily hair, man. It's going to be slippery. I think we hold off for now.
Okay.
I think we can come back to it if we need to. It's right there. There's nothing, you know, it's there. Small pink flowers are growing here. Pine is allergic to peanuts. They're probably allergic to these flowers too. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff. We have the shed key. Let's use that. Hello. Ooh, hello, shed. There's a spare extension cord. Even in a storage set, having a wire like this out is a clear OSHA violation. I feel like that's going to be useful. It's thick and new looking. Yeah, sure, you take the extension cord. It's thick and new looking. It's a bag of mulch, used for gardening. Too smelly. A pair of bolt cutters. You don't remember seeing Papa use these much. Okay, bolt cutters. It's a pretty heavy tool. Take the bolt cutter. Yes.
Would you say that you're fetching the bolt cutters? A reference you don't know.
What is that?
Woo! Fiona Apple put out an album called Fetch the Bolt Cutters.
Fiona Apple reference?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even like a classic Fiona Apple.
No, it's a Pitchfork 10. Sorry, that's the worst thing I've ever said.
What is a Pitchfork 10?
I got a 10 on Pitchfork. It's like one of the only albums to ever get a 10.
Okay.
Along with like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and...
And what is Pitchfork? Is it, can I use it as rope to climb down this well, Matt?
It's a music reviewing website.
I figured that. Yeah. Okay, good. Great. It's a Pitchfork 10. Sorry, I'm more familiar with Fiona Apple's earlier works when I was a child.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I know that she had one song. Wait, I mean, I know she's had a lot of songs, but I remember when I watched VH1 prodigiously as a kid that I saw her very frequently in music videos. Yeah. I don't remember exactly much about it. Okay. Old broken weed whacker. This broke a while ago after Papa dropped this in the river. It's really nothing more than dead weight. Okay, so we don't want that. Okay, so we've got shears. We've got bolt cutters. What was locked before? There was...
Oh. There's a padlock on the pantry.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Heavy tool for cutting through stuff. Use bolt cutters. You really aren't allowed in the pantry. Break the lock. Yeah. Lock easily snaps off. Papa can probably get a new one. Variety of canned foods are stacked. There are cans containing chicken noodle soup, chicken soup with rice, and tomato soup. Papa's favorite soup isn't here. What's this red thing? It's a large sealed bag of beef jerky. Bag is very full, but Papa always tells you that jerky is expensive. Canned foods. Beets, carrots, and snakes. A snake can is a gag gift. Cans containing tomatoes, beans, and ham. Corn, sprouts, and peaches. Wait, what's the devil's vegetable? Sorry, what was that? Sprouts are the devil's vegetable. Okay. That's the way I really feel. I mean, I feel like I gotta take the beef jerky. Right? Like, that seems like the only thing that's different in this room. You already took a piece. Don't get greedy. Okay. Can I push the chair into there? So I could get higher up on the shelf? I cannot. Okay. Okay, so we still have our shear. Oh, wait, what's this? Do you see that on the couch? This is where you usually sit. Right? Isn't that a rope? Or do you see how there's like an orange thing on the ground?
Yeah, there was also like pink stuff in the pantry.
Right? Like the upper... It seems like we got to get up to the upper top... The top of the pantry somehow, right? Can I take... Well, you can't take the couch. You can see if you can take something from underneath it. Yeah. Yes. In your search, you found knitting needles. Take them. Yes. Knitting needles. I can't take the hat stand. Because the hat stand, I'm like, oh, maybe that'll help me reach to the top. Knitting needles. So if I use... Okay, what I'm going to do... Okay, I think I know what I got to do. So stuff, knitting needles. Use knitting needles. You can probably knit the yarn into a stronger rope. Yes, knitted rope. You now have knitted rope. Yes, there it is. That makes more sense to me. My bear. He's stinky. Attic stinky. Shears? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, bud. There isn't anything to snip here. Oh. Okay. I thought maybe I could cut his head off and there was something inside. I don't think he's a bolt cutter guy. Tire swing. Tire swing is going to be shears? I would think, right? The rope holds strong, but the shears should cut them. Cut and take the tire swing. Yeah, tire swing rope, yeah. Nice. The tire sits on the ground, no longer a swing. You hope that Papa will retie the swing when he comes back. Papa never taught you bowline knots, just various bend knots, okay? The tire is so large that you won't be able to wrap your arms around it. It's just here as a reminder that you ruined something Papa made for you. Oh, no. Oh, Papa's going to be mad, isn't he? Okay. The vines. The blue vine is the strong vine, right? Based on our vine research?
Correct. But
Great.
It contains a powerful hallucinogen.
Correct. So we want to... Dried meat that's best eaten outside. Can we... How do we get the needles off safely is my question. I think that's my concern, because if we just cut it... Covered in blue thorns. Here, I'm gonna wait. We might need maybe there's a different item that we have that'll fix it. Okay. Still all these rocks down here. Check the mailbox. No mail today. Trash can. You can put any unwanted rope in here. Discarded rope materials cannot be taken out of the trash. Sort through ropes and choose what to discard. No. I like my rope so far. Right. Now's not the time to be playing in the road. Okay. So this is the end of it? How many ropes do I have? 4 or 5. 5, okay. I guess let's take the hair. And I feel like I'm missing stuff. Here, let's do... See, the shears are just gonna cut the vine, and then it's still prickly. So like, I don't want to start hallucinating. You know?
Could be fun.
You know, I don't want the little 9-year-old girl to be subjected to like vivid hallucinations brought upon by like some weird vine.
Maybe she'll learn something.
Okay. No comment. Here, let's go back to our cave. Maybe with our bolt cutters? Let's try the bolt cutters. Let's see. The net seems to be pretty sturdy. Cut it and use it as a rope. Yeah. You cut the net, freeing it from the stakes it was attached to. Okay. You took the net. Great. I feel good about that. There's got to be something under this rug. This rug is so suspicious. Also, there's a worn birthday card. Is there... Yeah, it's nothing good to snip. Nothing good to snip. That's the key ring. Yeah, I guess it's the hairs next. 15. 15 ropes, huh? That's a lot of rope. Yeah, let's do the hair, I guess. Stuff. Shears. No? Are you sure there's nothing? I feel like before when I asked, you might be able to cut this hair. Yeah. As soon as you cut off some of the hair, the rest gets quickly sucked into the liquid below. Nothing but the foul-smelling liquid remains. Raindrops fall into the stone memorial, but don't mix into the liquid. Instead, the raindrops sit on top of the liquid as if it were solid. The thought of taking the liquid disgusts you. You don't know what it is, but you know deep down that nothing good will come of it. Can I... Yeah, something about oily hair. Long hair covered in a sticky but oily liquid. It's strong. It's strong! It says it's strong. Again, I am very skeptical of what we're going to be able to do with that. But sure, it's strong. Bag of mulch. Can I cut it open, maybe? If there's anything to snip. How about the weed whacker? Because the weed whacker has...
Try the bolt cutters.
On the weed whacker?
Yeah.
Sure. Right? I feel like I'm just going to like try it on a bunch of anything to snip, and then same thing here. I'm going to, might as well, just... No, nothing. Okay. Oh, maybe if I... Should I have done the knitting needles on the hair? To like, again, like do the same thing with the hair that I did with the rope, or with the yarn. Let's try bolt cutters. Well, you technically use the bolt cutters on the vine. It just crushes the vine. Oh, poop. The vine might be able to serve as a possible rope. See, cut and take the blue thorned vine. No, I don't want the blue thorned vine. I want the vine without the thorns.
Hold the thorns, please.
Yeah, please no thorns. Hard pass on thorns. Which leads me to believe there must be something. What do we need? How are we going to reach this stuff? Phone? Like we know, okay, we know the curtain. There isn't anything to snip here. What if I move the trash can and stand on the trash can? Oh, wait, what if I... The toilet. So, like, standing on the toilet?
Can you take the trash can?
No, is the thing. Like... Well, you could take the plastic bag. Yeah, it's just...
Right.
It's just the turtle line. Because I agree, right? Like, there needs to be something that allows us to reach up. And the stool won't move anymore. No, I don't want to. I want to pick up the stool. Shoot. And there's stuff up there. Like, we need something that's going to let us reach higher. That's the problem that we're having right now. Is we know... No, it's not the line. What other stuff do I have? Knitting needles, bolt cutters, and jerky. What if I eat the jerky outside? They said eat the jerky outside. It did say best eaten outside, but I feel like that's also waiting for someone to, like if I ate it here, I'm gonna get eaten or something. Like that's suspicious. That's weird. What do we need? Is there more? No. Don't play in the road. Okay. Oh! Oh! No! Certain large objects result in different results when interacting with from different angles. Oh, I lost everything, man. I didn't even get to go down the well. Here. Speed run. I got 10 minutes. We're going to do everything that we just did. Take sheets as rope. Yes. Here, we're doing everything we just did. Oh my gosh, Matt. What was that all about? That was, what a twist.
That really scared me.
That was so frightening. I did not see it at all.
I didn't either.
That was so intense. What a good twist. Oh, and there's also all these codes?
Oh, right.
There's the code to get into Papa's thing.
There's a lot here.
Right? I'm surprised that we're not here. Okay, this is knitting needles. Take... Yes. Okay, we find them. Yes, okay, good. So that's a certain large object that changes based on... Okay, we're gonna... Whoops. We're gonna... Stuff knitting needles use. Okay, we knitted the stronger rope. Now we have knitted rope. Okay, great. So that's that one. Next, we need... Shed key to get bolt cutters. I'm trying to think of if there's a way, like, if we don't need to move the stool. And we instead move the stool into the pantry. I'm wondering if that's a route that we can take. So, we learned that the road leads to nothing. So we are kind of limited to what we're seeing here.
We gotta get the rocks, too.
I know, the rocks blow. I know, I feel that one. The rocks are a blow for sure. Take the shears. Okay. We've got hair. I know, right? We gotta do the rocks again. That's why you don't play in the road. I was even trying to be very careful around the road, too. I feel kind of betrayed. Okay, shears. There we go. Hold strong. Cut. Yes. We took the tire swing rope. Still... Wait, the rocks are gone. I was wondering. I'm like, weren't there... Didn't I pass a rock? Maybe they kept the rocks into place. Which would be wonderful.
That'd be really nice of them.
That would be so smart. Yes! Hey. Oh, they're the best. Good job, game designers. Good job. And that seems to be pretty sturdy. Cut it and use it as rope. Great. Oh, I guess it worked. I guess we were right with the shears too. This is the card. We're gonna take this. Take the knife. Yes. Okay. All right. How do we get the thorns off of the vine? How do we get the thorns off the vine? I might need to read the stuff about the trees too, because it feels like that section was important to teach us about a lot of mechanics.
There's vegetables too.
Yeah, I saw the vegetables. Mm-hmm. So it might be like we have to learn and then we garden. And then we put we like tend to the garden and then the garden produces something wacky. Who knows? Okay. Oh wait, what about this? What about this? The chain. Oh! Yeah! Take that chain! Chain is a bit rusty from the stream's occasional splashing. Sure, but it's still a chain. Chain seems like it would be a good rope substitute. Too bad it's welded onto the support poles. Okay, so we do need the shed key. Oh, but I don't... I just have it now? Is there persistent memory in this?
Yeah, it autosaves.
Yeah, but I don't have the shed key anymore. Because the shed key's hanging in the... So the shed isn't locked in the first place. So you don't need the shed. Oh, you don't need the shed key. So that means we do need to push the stool into somewhere else. Yep. That's what that is. We took the key thinking that we need it, but it was a misdirect. Smart! Smart! Okay, okay. Now we're going. Knife. Use knife. Ooh, hate that sound. But you lost the knife, that's fine. Can I knit? Can I knit the hair? That would make me feel a little bit better. Despite your knitting experience, there's nothing to knit here. Okay, fine. Put your hand in the hair, it's attached to something. See, it's attached to something is... What is this something? I feel like there's going to be a different solution to this one. Okay, take out the oily hair. Yeah, the oily hair is not going to yield great results, I can already tell you. We're going to need to read the gardening book to learn about the garden. I think you're totally right there. The trees, we haven't read about the trees, so we really just got to read some more. Before we set out down the well, let's... Okay, we did... bolt cutters. Yeah, it's getting there. We took the jerky. Take jerky. Let's see if we can get our stool into there. Okay. Nope, certainly not. Can I get it into the bathroom? Nope, certainly not. Okay. Ah! It's like gunfire. It's like dying. Real quick too, one other thing I want to test out here before we take the plunge. Let's use it on the bed. There isn't anything to snip. That's not true. You said that the sheets might be able to be snipped. Tried to take sheets off, but they seem attached to the mattress. Maybe there never were actual sheets, and the bare mattress just looks... It doesn't matter. It should be something to cut. I'm just saying. If there's anything to snip. Okay. Okay. How are we going to get up there? Is there like a stick? Like maybe there's a branch or something? I keep wanting to be able to use this coat rack.
There's also a phone that we haven't interacted with.
Right? Yeah, there's all sorts of number codes we're missing for sure. I do think it's odd. I did notice this. We're Lily V6, but we started at V5 because we died once, right? So I'm assuming this is counting up as we die. But it also means that before us there have been 5 other versions of Lily. So I am skeptical. Like I think we're a subject of our father's experiment.
You just missed something.
What'd I miss?
Bloody footprints.
Wait, what? Oh my! Oh boy. Yikes. Yikes. The vine, man. How do we get the thorns off the vine? Because we know that that's the vine that we gotta use. Alright. Should we do this? Let's just try it. Let's try it. This is the source of the voice. All that can be heard now is the echoes of the raindrops. If you wish to save the person trapped in the well, you'll need to construct a rope. The well leads into inky darkness. You currently hold 7 pieces of possible rope. Tie them together and begin the descent. I mean, that's halfway. That's halfway. If there's 15, let's try it. This is my chain. I'm guessing. Chain, solid bet. More chain, still solid bet. Just wait till we get to the slippery hair. Once we get to slippery hair, we're in trouble. Oily hair, I hope that's at the end. Ooh, hello. Wow, this is a very deep well. I mean, can I look into it at all, or no? Wait, ooh. I still have access to my inventory. That's interesting. This is so unsettling. Hello? Don't touch that. The rope has come to an end, but oh ho, there's a vine growing along the well walls. But you don't see how deep it goes. No! No, it's the purple ones, you fool! You managed to jump onto the vine, getting a good... No! You read every... Oh, there was going to be a test at the end, and she failed the test. No, you fool! You're going to get your blood sucked out. Oh, Lily. Seems to have a good grip on you. Purple leaves of the vine stick to you, wrapping you closer in the plant. It begins to suck out the blood from your body because you read the... You remember reading about this in that plant. How unfortunate of you to discover the overcast vamp vine in here of all places. Wait, did you read that book? Or did another Lily read? Oh boy! That's cool. That's cool. You're now too weak to scream. Too weak to keep your eyes open, too weak to continue. Yeah, we die. Okay. So there's persistent memory kind of across the lilies. That's cool. That's interesting. Huh. Oh! Phone number. Something 3. Okay, so we'll have to remember that here. I'm gonna write down the 3. Interesting. XXX. XXX. X3XX. Great. So we have to die. Basically, I think that what this is telling us is we have to die a bunch of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have to die a bunch of times in order to figure out what the full phone number is. You will know if you've gotten to the true ending when the credits start to roll. Huh. All right. So there you go. So we've learned. This is cool. This is very cool. Good choice, Tom. Glad you're a member of the team. Good spotting, Tom. Clap and a half for you, Tom. So we know that a phone number is what we're going to get from dying a bunch of times. We know that there's multiple versions of... I should be version 7 now. Yeah, Lily V7. So we know that there's multiple versions of Lily now. We know that the world seems to be changing a little bit based on each iteration. So we're meant to die. So I feel less bad about trial and error now. Because before I'm like, oh, we got to find all 15 pieces before we go down the well. And I was just wrapping it up to wrap it up. But now that I know that there is some element of death affects gameplay, now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it makes sense that maybe we didn't have access to everything. Or maybe we'll discover more things as we go. But yeah, so there's multiple lilies. My dad is probably experimenting on me because, of course, he is. And I guess I'm being formed out of the purple goo that exists in that memorial. That's my guess. But hey, on the plus side, it looked like the oily hair seemed to be a solid rope. Like, it didn't... Like, I would assume that if it was a bad rope, it would have broken.
Yeah, I guess all the ropes we got were good.
Right? So I think... So, like, so far, 7 of 15, we're doing pretty good. Not bad, not bad. And we know where some of them are, right? We know that there's... The shower curtain is going to be a rope. And we know that there's probably something in the upper level of the pantry it looks like a rope. Like, there's stuff there that we know. We just got to figure out how to get to it. The vine. We know that the vine is going to be a rope. We just got to figure out how to remove the thorns. So that's already 3 more. So this will definitely be a part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, just remember, Web 3.0 offers you a lot of opportunity. And as always, thanks for watching. Remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. Fewer NFT conversations next time. See you guys.